Hello everyone and welcome back to our emergency series running the entire month of May. So today is number 3, May 3rd, May Day 3. So today we're talking about an engine failure after liftoff with runway remaining. So I think a lot of people have talked about this maneuver on the takeoff brief, right? As you're running through it, commonly you'll hear, engine failure after takeoff, runway remaining, will land and stop on the remaining runway. But I wonder how many people actually know what they're saying and have thought through that, and how many people have actually practiced that maneuver, right? Taking off and then landing on the remaining runway, right? If you haven't practiced one of those before, it might be nice to practice with an instructor or something that you can talk about on your next flight review. So here's what would happen in that scenario, right? You start your takeoff roll, accelerate down the runway, you lift off, say you reach 50 feet or so, close the throttle, which will simulate an engine failure, and then simultaneously you want to immediately pitch down and then land on the remaining runway. So what's important here is to quickly get that nose over, right? Get light in the seat, because the airspeed will start to bleed off quickly. And if you're holding that climb altitude and chop the power, right, speed is going to bleed off quick. So you need to get that nose down. So a few keys here, right? First, you really need to think about the runway length if you're going to practice this maneuver, right? You need to calculate how much runway you need for the takeoff to clear a 50-foot obstacle, then chop the power, landing distance over a 50-foot obstacle, add them all together, give yourself some margin. So you're probably going to require like at least 3,000 or 4,000 feet here, right, if you want to safely pull this maneuver off. So consider that. And then also when you're doing, the takeoff briefings and then you're departing from a runway under 3,000 or 4,000 feet, you need to be aware that there probably is not going to be runway remaining for you to even consider this as an option, and you're going to have an overrun, right? So another key is you need to push when you reduce the power, right? Don't let the aircraft get too slow or you'll start dropping. The stall horn will come on quick, right? As soon as you start reducing the power, you need to pitch down right away. So like as soon as you hear like a change in the engine RPM, right, you want to pitch down. At that really slow airspeed, you need to act decisively. So engine failure after liftoff and runway remaining. Hope you enjoyed today, day 3, as we go through this entire month of emergency. So let's chat again tomorrow on day 4. Fly safe.